sounds like something out of a movie, but there's a secret technique used by monks for centuries that can change your reality in minutes. And the most surprising part, you can activate it right now. No complicated mantras, no hours of meditation. These 3 words, hidden for generations inside Buddhist monasteries, are about to be revealed. But pay attention. This isn't cheap magic. It's ancient spiritual technology, a vibration that aligns your mind, energy, and reality like a universal secret code. And only those who listen to the very end understand why this practice has been kept under lock and key for so long. Before anything else, a quick pause. Like this video and subscribe to the channel. This activates 2 fields, the digital one, which sends this message to those who need it, and the energetic one, which tells the universe you're ready to receive. Now, breathe, close your eyes, and ask yourself, what if everything I've been searching for is just one vibration away? The answer? It's closer than you think. Most people want change. Few are truly ready to receive it. Buddhism teaches something simple and brutal. Intention without presence is like trying to light a flame in the wind. For something to manifest, you must first silence the internal noise. Only then can your intention find the right path. This is where the power of words connects with the law of attraction. Wanting is not enough. You have to want with awareness. When you combine the power of a present mind with words full of meaning, you create what monks call an inner portal, a passage between what is and what could be. Today, you're going to activate that portal, but first, write in the comments right now, I'm ready to say the 3 words that change everything. This statement is not just symbolic. It creates a micro-commitment to your own transformation. In psychology, this type of action is known as pre-commitment, a small step that prepares your brain to accept real change. You're training your mind to take this experience seriously. Now breathe with me. Inhale deeply through your nose, counting to 4. Hold your breath for 3 seconds, and exhale slowly, counting to 6. Once more. Inhale, hold, and release. You've just entered a state of mindfulness. Your body is here. Your mind is here. And it's exactly at this point that words gain power. They're not just sounds. They're triggers for a heightened state of awareness. And when you access that state, the right words can change everything. Have you ever noticed how the lotus flower blooms? It doesn't sprout on solid ground, nor in crystal clear waters. The lotus flower emerges from the mud, from a dark, silent, almost invisible environment. But there, in the middle of the muck, it grows, silently. And then, one day, it breaks the surface and opens, perfect, untouched by the dirt that surrounded it. In Buddhism, the lotus represents awakening. It's the living metaphor of the human soul. Even in the midst of confusion, there is purity. Even in the midst of pain, beauty is waiting to emerge. And just as the lotus flower needs the mud to bloom, the challenges in your life might be nothing more than the fertile soil that comes before your transformation. The 3 words you're about to discover work exactly like seeds planted in that invisible soil. Mental seeds, you already have them. What's missing is activating them with intention. When you say these words in the state of presence we've just created, they begin to expand within you. First subtly, like invisible roots, then in a tangible way, as actions, opportunities, and encounters that once seemed out of reach. If this resonates with you, write in the comments right now, "My flower is ready to bloom." This phrase activates a new level of openness. It represents the moment when you stop waiting for external miracles and start recognizing that the power is within you. It always has been. What comes next will show you how to use it every day in a simple and real way. Now that your mind is present, now that the seed has been planted, it's time to activate the manifestation field. In Buddhism, there is a principle called samyama, the union of focus, intention, and surrender. When you enter this state, your brain and energetic field begin to operate on a different frequency. This isn't mysticism. It's neuroscience aligned with an ancient practice. And it's at this point that the three powerful words come in: I accept, I allowance, I receive. Spoken with awareness, these are not just affirmations. They are codes, access keys. Each one carries a specific frequency. I accept makes space, releases resistance. It's the moment when you stop fighting reality and begin to welcome possibilities. I allow, surrender, trust. You stop sabotaging, stop controlling, and give permission for flow to happen. I receive, welcoming, manifestation. The point where the invisible becomes real because you are available for it. Let's do this together now. Close your eyes for a moment. Take a deep breath and visualize a gentle light around you. It represents your new reality. It already exists. It's vibrating, waiting for you to align with it. And then, softly, repeat mentally, or out loud if you can. I accept, I allowance, I receive. Once more. I accept, I allowance, I receive. Notice what shifts inside you. Your body relaxes, your mind quiets, your field opens. This is conscious visualization. It's seeing with the mind's eye what hasn't yet arrived, but is already yours by right of awareness. If you've already felt this state, even for a few seconds, write in the comments, I have already clearly visualized my new reality. You've just stepped into a new point of creation. And in the words to come, we will seal this energy even more deeply. Now that your mind is open and your field has been activated, let's seal this connection with a prayer. But be aware, this is not a traditional prayer. It's not a plea. It's an energetic declaration, an alignment between you and what is ready to manifest. In Buddhism, every prayer is vibration. What you think, feel, and say at the same time is what you become. That's why, in this practice, we'll unite word, breath, and intention into a single flow. Find a comfortable position. Keep your spine upright but relaxed. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, let go of any worry, anxiety, or doubt. Now bring your attention to the center of your chest. Visualize a light pulsing there. This is your creative energy. With each word you say, imagine that light expanding, like calm waves touching the world around you. Repeat with me, with presence. I accept. I accept the present moment. I accept who I am now. I accept that I am worthy of what I desire. Breathe. I allowance. I allow good to come to me. I allow my mind to open to the new. I allow the flow of life to guide me with wisdom. Breathe. I receive. I receive with gratitude all that the universe has already prepared. I receive peace. I receive abundance. I receive love. I receive my new reality. Stay in this state for a few more seconds. Feel the energy moving in and out of you. This is manifestation happening in real time, not outside, but within. And the more you repeat this practice, the more your field adjusts. You don't need to force anything. You just need to remember. Have you ever asked yourself, what does it really mean to awaken? Not as a philosophical idea, but as something intimate, personal. Is awakening about reaching something, or finally, stopping the running? Over 2,500 years ago, a young man named Siddhartha asked that same question, and it changed the world. Siddhartha was a prince. He had everything most people dream of: wealth, comfort, protection, recognition. And still, there was an emptiness, something quiet, a restlessness growing inside. Have you ever felt that too? That feeling that everything seems fine, but something invisible is out of place. That is the seed of awakening. Siddhartha left it all behind: family, titles, certainties. He did what almost no one has the courage to do. He stopped running from himself. For years he wandered in silence, observing the mind, the body, time. And it was under a tree, on an ordinary night, that everything changed. But be aware, the Buddha's awakening was not a moment of glory. It was a moment of surrender. He stopped fighting what was. He accepted reality with bare eyes. He allowed truth to arise without resistance, and only then he received clarity. Now stop and look at the words you've been practicing here. I accept. I allowance. I receive. Do you start to see the pattern? These words are more than beautiful affirmations. They represent the exact steps of enlightenment. And what's even more powerful, you can follow the same path without leaving where you are. To accept is not to resign. It's to stop hiding. It's to look within with radical honesty. To allow is not to give up. It's to remove inner blocks, release control, let life in. To receive is not to be passive. It's to be fully present, to be so available. That reality has no choice but to align with you. Right now, as you watch, your mind is forming new connections. Mirror neurons are activating. Your brain begins to simulate what is possible. It's as if a part of you is already living this new version. And here comes a truth psychology confirms. Everything the brain visualizes with emotion, it starts to accept as real. And everything it accepts as real, it begins to attract, allow, and build. So don't ignore what you're feeling now. That calm, that focus. This is not just relaxation. It's the beginning of a quiet reprogramming. And to solidify this reprogramming, you need to take an active role. Write in the comments right now, "I awaken my power with the 3 magic words." Yes, it seems simple, but it works because it activates something called public commitment. When you write something for the world to see, even virtually, your mind registers it as an act of truth. You're saying, "This represents me." And the brain begins to seek ways to align your reality with this new identity. Now imagine, if you repeat these words when you wake up, if you use them before you fall asleep, if you let them accompany you like a silent mantra in moments of doubt, what could change? You don't need to force anything. Just repeat, feel. Let the silent mind do what it does best. Integrate, transform, manifest. And now that you understand the depth of these words, it's time to bring everything together into a daily practice. Light, powerful, and transformative. But that is what we'll do in the next part. Everything you've experienced so far in this video wasn't just content you watched. It was a real practice, a process of alignment. You breathed, you quieted down, you spoke. And now you already know, change starts within, always within. But how do you keep that energy alive in daily life? How do you turn that feeling into a habit? The answer lies in something the mind loves: ritual. Psychology has shown that small daily rituals create mental anchors. It's like planting solid stakes into the ground of chaos. The simple act of repeating the same words every day, at the same time, in the same tone, creates an emotional programming effect. Your mind starts to associate that moment with power, clarity, and balance. So here's the practice you can take with you from now on. In the morning, place your hand on your chest, take a deep breath and say, "I accept, I allowance, I receive." Let the day begin from that state of openness. During the day, in difficult moments, repeat the words silently, as if they were a quiet mantra. Even in traffic, at work, during a moment of anxiety. They act like a reset button back to center. At night, before sleeping. With your eyes closed, visualize your future accomplishments, as if they've already happened. Then say quietly, "I accept, I allowance, I receive." With this simple cycle, you teach your brain to live in a state of conscious creation. You move from victim of reality to co-creator of what you live. And the most interesting part, science shows that consciously repeating these small actions changes your brain chemistry. It releases dopamine, serotonin, reduces cortisol. Your body responds. Your field responds. Life starts to respond. If you want an even bigger boost, here's a challenge. For the next 7 days, morning and night, repeat the 3 words with presence. And each new day, write down what changed, what you felt, What came up? You'll be surprised by how much difference a simple habit can make. This is the bridge between the spiritual and the practical, between the invisible and the tangible. And here we touch a powerful point in human psychology. The sense of continuity. When you feel you're in the middle of something meaningful, you tend to keep going. That's why so many people give up, because they treat transformation as an event, not as a journey. But you've already started. You've taken a step. And if you've made it this far, it's because a part of you already understands that this path has no return. And that's a good thing. Now imagine thousands of people practicing the same words in silence every day. Visualize that invisible chain of intention forming. You are part of it. And that's why your next action is more important than it seems. Share this video with someone who needs this practice. Maybe just one person will see it, but maybe it'll be the one who was ready to awaken. And if you've already started to feel the effects, leave a comment. The 3 words are already changing my reality. Your story could be the spark for someone else's journey. You made it this far. You got quiet. You felt. You connected. And that alone is already an act of courage. The spiritual journey isn't made of grand events. It happens in the details, in conscious breathing, in the word you choose, in the thought you decide to sustain. And when you repeat, I accept, I allowance, I receive, you're not just saying pretty phrases. You're remembering who you truly are and what is already available to you right now. Transformation doesn't depend on time. It depends on presence. And you've just proven that you can access it. Thank you for being here, for trusting, for feeling. This video isn't an ending. It's a starting point. Keep these 3 words close to your heart. Use them as an anchor, as a compass, as a ritual, every single day. And if this video resonated with you, like it, save it, and return whenever you need to reconnect. Real transformation is built through intentional repetition. See you in the silence of the next words.